Well, with all the troubles at your academy, why are you here with me?
I promised my mother that I'd rescue you from the barrow, find you some answers, and guard you from danger. If my mother wanted my help at the academy, she would not have ordered me to find you.
Or she wanted you to not die there. And I should have talked with her before we went to the Shadow Theater and told him how we enjoyed killing red wizards. Or how we enjoy in general. Oh boy. Well, let's see if she's willing to tell us more about the voices she's hearing.
No, that's a personal matter. I've pledged to assist you, but I have no obligation to sate your curiosity.
I guess we could drive her away, but I don't know. If it wasn't for the voices that she's hearing, that thing, we probably would dump her and continue alone. However, due to the voices, Lord and I, I'm pretty sure that we are somehow linked with Sophia, or there is something linking us there. So, I guess, well, we will be keeping her around, unless she decides to leave herself. Okay, well, could you tell me about the Red Wizards?
The Red Wizards are some of the most talented, and some would argue ruthless, arcane practitioners in the realms. Nearly every ruler and authority figure in Thay swears allegiance to the Red Wizards. We are usually judged as tyrants first, and mages second.
Well, do all Red Wizards shave their heads and wear tattoos as you do?
Yes, though it is not a matter of fashion. Our tattoos are traditional symbols of arcane strength, and they are inked with magical enchantments that focus the bearer's will.
Oh, it's like a cheat device then, so without those, you're not that tough, actually. So it would be kinda like if I tattooed IDDQD on my forehead. And never to die again. Yep, fourth wall out the window. Well, what sort of magic do the Red Wizards study?
We commit the whole of our lives to a single aspect of arcane magic. Those who wish to learn a little bit of everything lack the focus and discipline we demand. I find transformative magic fascinating. I work with spells that can add a spark of life to otherwise inanimate materials. Kaji is one of my earliest, and might I add, finest creations. The students of my academy mostly focus on the rather morbid arts of binding and altering souls.
Well, you don't seem to fit the common perception of a red wizard.
You were kind to say that. I was fortunate to be raised by my mother and Master Jaffe. The two of them made certain that I grew up to be a magician, not a despot.
You seem more of a scholar than a tyrant.
I am an instructor at the Academy of Shapers and Binders. I teach transmutive and transformative magic, my specialty. Most people assume that we're all disciples of one secretive school, but there are hundreds of academies.
Well, it does sound like red wizards are more successful as tyrants than as scholars.
The power and politics of a few should not overshadow the knowledge of many. It's bad enough that the Rishemi view my kind as heartless mage tyrants. I don't need your prejudice to compound the matter.
I was just saying! Well, this will probably not work, but in this case, I guess it is the diplomacy check thing. It's just a line in general. The criticism was not leveled at you, just Thayans in general. Would I travel with you if I held such a negative view? Yes, I would.
I tire of being compared to others in my order. They are, with few exceptions, ruthless and unscrupulous. Think whatever you wish about the Red Wizards, but know that I share their focus and prowess, not their ambition.
Okay. Something else?
What's on your mind?
Can you tell me about enchanting items with essences without being pissed off by something mundane? Essences are needed to craft magical wares. You can use my Shaper's Alembic to combine essences together or break them apart. Should you gather up enough essences to craft something useful, you are welcome to use my Enchanter's Satchel to make whatever you wish. That's all I need to know for now. Influence. Yes. -4. Whoops.
Yes.
Oh well. Crap happens. And stuff. And that is how we go. This is the fun part of role-playing and why I do it. I do it! Okay, let's go in. Before I flip. Oku's army of spirits is encamped outside the gates of Malsantir. According to Sheva Whitefeather, they will not leave until you face them. Zora. This half-orc female is large, even by half-orc standards. She appears to be the bodyguard for this inn. She wears a stolid expression on her face as she scans the room. However, her eyes soften noticeably when she gazes at Vladek. Whoever that is. Oh, yeah. Let's see then. Oh, she's not that tall. But she is damn ugly. Flimsy tables and chairs to examine and use. Wobbly stool. This piece of furniture looks fragile, like it could break with little effort. Yeah, same. I'm guessing for all of these, yep. Well, can we sit on this? No, we can't. Oh, shame. Shame, shame. Don't make trouble or else. Define trouble. Don't break anything and don't get into any fights, or else. Or else what? Or else you pay! Yeah, she's slow, I just decided. Zora is slow. And sounds like it. Oh, those were chairs there. Why did this happen? No idea. 2-penny Tam. This man has a cheerful air and smells strongly of drink. For the most part, he's a slovenly mess, except for his red moustache, which is meticulously brushed and curled. I need to see this. Well, it's not really curled. I was waiting for something like Poirot mustache. Well, David Suchet, or however his last name is pronounced. Mustache. Yep. Clive the Dandy. This fellow seems unsteady on his feet, as if he has been drinking heavily. His clothing is tattered and gaudy, like that of a low-class bard or a Toad reactor. Toad reactor. Oh. 'Tis nearly time for our play, just as soon as I finish this drink, and maybe another after that. Drunkards. This place is quite empty for such a big establishment. Tons of chairs and few pirates as customers. Hello, we warped. Vladek, here he is. The middle-aged proprietor of the Sloop holds his head high as if he is a foot taller than he really is. He has the look of a man who has seen battle, then, after getting a good look, turned and ran away, and then spent the next 20 years eating and drinking to excess. Nice description. A newcomer, welcome to the Sloop. I'm Vladek, the proprietor of this proud establishment. Tell me about your inn. Gladly, I acquired the Sloop a few years ago with my wife Zora. When we took it over, it was an unprofitable, glorified museum of some sort. I turned the Sloop into an inn, a fabulous place where the common man or woman can come to relax, enjoy, and be entertained. And here we have none of that elitist high drama nonsense like you'll find at the Vale Theatre. We cater to the masses, and I've great pride that my inn will succeed. Meaning you cater to the lowest common denominator. Doris. It sounds like you dislike the Vale Theatre. It's not that I dislike the Vale. Magda is a fine lady dwarf who could even drink my wife Zora under the table. The problem is that they are stuck in the past. You see, The people, by and large, no longer want to see grand epic stories filled with big words they can barely comprehend, and that is all the Veil does. So there is a need here, unfilled, and Vladek hears that need and is acting to fill it. That is why I'm forming a new theater right here in the Sloop, called the Sloop Troupe. You serious, dude? Sloop Troupe? Catchy name, isn't it? Yes, the Sloop Troupe. They will put on plays that will appeal to the common man. Light-hearted plays of comedy and farce. Currently we are working on the Fat Wizard's Wenge, which is to be a parody of the Veil's next ghastly epic drama. Enjoy yourself. No thank you. Nah, I'm not a theater kind of guy. Hello again, patron. Are you enjoying yourself in my proud inn? Oh my god. Farewell. More wobbly stools. And the same description. Oh look, they got out of the mud. Shelvedar Noom and his slave and mercenary. Can't wait to leave this cursed country, truth be told. What about Colin? Chatter at Shelvedar if you like. I've a mug of ale to drain and another dozen after this one. Lord, join us. Colin, Vink, spare some room. It's our friend from the road, don't you remember? Nay, but we remember the mud well enough, and the ache in our shoulders from getting your cursed wagon unstuck. You'll have to pardon my comrades, they are dour company at the best of times, but uncommonly loyal to my purse. I bet they are. Well, did you manage to free your wagon after all? Happily, yes, and just before the spirits arrived, a rare stroke of luck, I assure you. And since luck is inevitably followed by terrible misfortune, I reasoned, why not greet my misfortune in a drunken stupor? Colin and Vink didn't bother to argue, so here we are. What can you tell me about the patrons here? Scoundrels and rogues, everyone. Drink enough to pass out, and they will kindly relieve you of your purse, your pants, and occasionally your hair, if the actors are in need of a wig. Isn't that a bit extreme? Desperate much? Well, what about the owner? A colorful fellow. He calls himself Vladek, though I suspect he has traded freely in names, almost as freely as he trades in tales. His wife is Zora, the handsome woman over yonder. Comment on her tasks if you must, but do so at your own risk, and leave my name out of it. I'd rather not. I got no reason to start calling a half-orc woman ugly. That's basically what we would be doing, kinda. Who are those Rashemi warriors in the corner? Those would be the local pirates. Of course, I would never refer to them as such if they were close enough to hear. Their captain is Fildrin of the 11 Chairs, though his R's seems to require only one, and I have never inquired after the other 10. Okay, do you know anything more about him? Anything, you know, useful actual facts? Indeed, I know that his father is rumored to have been a great boar spirit, which would explain his considerable body hair. Okay, this is getting sicker by the minute. Sadly, I also know that these rumors are nonsense. Fildrin is the youngest son of Lord Thidrim, who was slain in his bed by Thayan knives. Brave Fildrin now spends his summers off the Thayan coast, murdering with wild abandon and hanging his ship with bold Thayan scalps. As I am neither Thayan nor bald, I am thankfully beneath his notice, and I have no plan to shave my locks, lest I tempt a violent end. Okay, well, this place doesn't really seem lively, in my opinion, but I guess it does in Lord's opinion then. For myself, I attribute the pleasant atmosphere to the lack of witches, and I find the locals far more palatable when drunk. If you can wait for the actors to sober up, I hear they're playing on an an especially vulgar performance of the fat wizard's wench. Although you may be waiting for some time, Clive the Dandy has turned a disturbing shade of green, and I think I heard one of the others vomiting in a back room. And they think they're gonna outperform the Veil. Yep. Sure. Do you have any goods to sell? None at all, I am happy to say. I wholeheartedly detest my line of work, as any reasonable person should. You know, this guy is really fucking weird. I can't figure him out. I am never happy until my wagon is empty. Whether or not my purse is full matters little to me, but considerably more to Gullen and Vink, who prefer not to pay for their own drinks. Aye, 'tis true, eh, Vink? And to you, my friend, my table is yours whenever you see fit to make it so. Okay. Nice cape you have there. Okay. He doesn't look that old after all. Oh well, he just sounds old. Or maybe he's older than he looks. Could be as simple as that. Oh yes sir, it could. It really could. One pirate is having fun. Humpity 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 humpity. Where's Colrodin? This young Rashemi bears a branded rune on his neck, the mark of a former Thayan slave. His build is lighter than most of the Rashemi you have seen. He is clad in furs and wears an assortment of tiny charms made from bits of hide and twigs. And Fildrin, massively built and aged before his time, this Rashemi has a craggy, brutal face. His body is a patchwork of scars, some of them almost disfiguring, and his eyes are flat and cold. And yeah, I do apologize, I know this is a bit of a slow progress at the moment. You're not welcome at our table, foreigner. You're not welcome at our table, foreigner. They are machines. Talking like machines. Yep. Oh, there's an open door. And there's a locked door back there. However, come here, Sophia. I don't like being close to objects when I save, usually. Well, depends, but sometimes. Okay, we shall use this. And yeah, we shall leave it at that for now, because unfortunately my throat is starting to hurt and getting hard to do voices, do bad voices, is getting tough. So we shall leave it at that for now, and when we come back we shall continue exploring this weird city and its weirder people, and then see what will happen with Oku, the bear god, or spirit god, whatever god. In any case, until next time.